Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. 8:51 Thursday morning here on KSJE. It is time for an extra segment this week because it is the season finale of the San Juan Symphony this weekend with concerts in Durango and Farmington. Whenever we talk about the symphony, we have to talk with the maestro, Thomas Heuser, who is joining us this morning. Mr. Heuser, good to see you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Scott. Great to have you be here to be with all of you today. It's really exciting.
Nice to have you with us as well. And again, this is the big finale weekend of the symphony for this season, we should say. And again, full disclosure that I remain on the board of directors of the symphony. Happy to promote and support the organization, and really excited about this weekend's concerts. What can you tell us?
Yes, it's going to be a great season finale to this 39th season. We're calling this concert Passion Meets Precision. And these are three works from the 20th century by Sergei Prokofiev, Bela Bartok, and the American composer Julia Perry. Lots of energy, Scott, on this program, an incredible variety of styles and sounds that we can't wait to invite everybody into the concert hall for these performances. Saturday in Durango at 7:30 p.m., Community Concert Hall, and Sunday, April 6th at 3 p.m. in Farmington at Henderson Hall at San Juan College.
And talk to me a bit about these selections. And there's one composer maybe that folks maybe haven't heard too much about compared to the others that are on the repertoire for this weekend's concerts. But talk to me a little bit about the first composer that you're going to be featuring.
That's right, Julia Perry. She's an American composer from the 20th century, lauded in her lifetime, just a prize-winning, wonderful composer. She has 12 symphonies, a number of works for voice and orchestra, but underappreciated now, finally having a renaissance here in her centennial year, which was 2024. So Julia Perry, she is a modernist composer. She is a composer who really tries to gather up all of the different threads of the 20th century that were changing and puts that into her music. It's a very personal voice. And this piece of music is called A Short Piece for Orchestra. It's only about 8 minutes long, but it really packs a punch, Scott. There's a lot in there. It's very sort of jaunty and angsty at times, and that kind of music juxtaposes with some beautifully lyrical music by Julia Perry. She, again, writing for the voice so much, she just has an incredible sense of lyricism. So we look forward to that. As well, on the first half of the program is the music of Bela Bartok. Bela Bartok is a composer who championed folk music. And at the time of there being this incredible trend in modernism towards more complex music, at this point in Bartok's career, he was looking at simplicity as an art form. And so these folk tunes, while they are cast in this very elaborate orchestral setting, the melodies themselves are based on these very simple tunes. So it's very catchy for the listener, very approachable. And those two pieces on the first half will feature our student performers playing side by side with the members of the San Juan Symphony, which is always such a fun and special opportunity for us on the stage.
Well, and a great opportunity for those students as well, right? To go through and learn these pieces of music and under your direction, kind of be maybe held to a little bit higher standard, if you will, to play alongside members of the San Juan Symphony.
That's right. We hope so. And I can tell you that when the students join our professional musicians, they always sit up a little straighter. When we've got these really incredible young people sitting with us on stage, there's just this extra dynamic, extra energy. So that's what we're looking forward to the most on this program, is having these students intermingled with us. It's about a dozen string students from around the Four Corners, Durango, Farmington, and the like. So excited to see them tonight for the first rehearsal. It's always fun to get the group together.
Right. Very much so. Exciting to see. And then, of course, last but certainly not least on the program for this weekend, you have a piece of music, Symphony No. 5 from Prokofiev.
Yes, Prokofiev's Fifth. It's an absolute masterpiece. It's a piece that he wrote in 1944, so at the height of the Second World War. And at this point, Prokofiev was back living in the Soviet Union and needing to appease the censors under Stalin. And he had a very complicated relationship with the Stalinist regime there in the Soviet Union. But this is really one of the magnum opuses of this great composer who brought us works like Romeo and Juliet ballet, Peter and the Wolf, The Story for Children. All of this incredible music of Prokofiev really kind of culminates in this highly romantic style that we have here in the Fifth Symphony. He talks about this piece as a hymn to free and happy man, but it's a little bit of an ironic free and happy man there in 1944. Obviously, there was a lot of turmoil politically, and of course, the horrors of the war. So Prokofiev is channeling a lot of emotions in this piece, and it is just stunning how much he is able to conjure up with the orchestra in this piece. It's a big orchestra, lots of percussion, there's a piano, just all these extended instruments in the winds. So it's an extremely colorful work, but passionate, unbelievably passionate. This is really where we get this passion meets precision. There are places in the score where Prokofiev writes with precision. He's very detail oriented, but the sweep of it, the scope of it is truly overwhelming. And I think that for our San Juan Symphony audiences, this will be a real treat for the ears.
Very good, and very exciting to be able to see you performing and hear this great music at the halls of Fort Lewis College and San Juan College this weekend. Of course, the concert Saturday evening in Durango and Sunday afternoon here in Farmington to wrap up what has been, I think, a successful season for the San Juan Symphony. I would think you would agree as well, and I know you've got more things planned for the next season.
Yes, and Scott, thank you for your support, being a valued board member. We love having you on the board and all that you do to support us. And this season, for everyone who's been able to be a part of it, thank you so much for all of your support of the San Juan Symphony. It means so much. You're absolutely right. We've got coming up at the end of April, the concerts of the San Juan Symphony Youth Orchestra. That's on April 27th in Durango. And then in May 18th and 19th, we have our family concerts. These are appropriate for audiences of all ages. Tyrannosaurus Zoo is coming up. An instrument petting zoo is part of those concerts, as well as some displays of dinosaur bones and paraphernalia, all of these wonderful things. Costumes encouraged for the youngsters. It should be a really fun time and a great introduction to the orchestra with Bruce Adolph's Tyrannosaurus Sue that stars a solo trombone in the role of the Tyrannosaurus. So really, really fun concerts coming up. And as you mentioned, we'll be announcing the details of our 40th anniversary season just in a few weeks. And believe it or not, we are going to be able to start renewing our season tickets this weekend at the concerts. So that's a very exciting piece too.
Nice.
So again, what a wonderful season. Can't wait to have a spectacular closing weekend this weekend with everyone.
Definitely looking forward to it, Thomas. And again, we certainly appreciate all the patrons who have bought tickets, who buy season tickets to come and enjoy the San Juan Symphony. And of course, there's the online option as well. If you're physically not in the region, you can still watch from the comfort of your own home by supporting the San Juan Symphony. That is a holdover from the pandemic, which I think has worked out pretty well. A lot of folks take that option, don't they?
It's the silver lining, Scott. You're absolutely right. We've got folks tuning in from around the country, across the country and around the world. So, and it's really nice to be able to go back for our musicians and appreciate the performance after the fact. So, yeah, that's happening on the Saturday night performance, but it's available for on-demand viewing after the fact for several weeks, in fact, after the performance.
Nice. Very nice. And I know how much you enjoy those family concerts as well, Thomas Heuser, and the Instrument Petting Zoo and all the other things that kind of, again, share this music with the next maybe generation who will maybe find a seat on the stage with you at a future symphony concert. Who knows, right?
You hope so. Isn't that great? I mean, what a great continuation from the family concerts through to our youth orchestra, the side-by-side opportunity. It's the most important thing we do, I think, is that educational mission, because as you mentioned, without this next generation coming on board and appreciating this art form, it stands to suffer. So we really want to encourage that and nurture that in our young people.
Very true. Very true. Well, Thomas, we are out of time, I'm sorry to say, but thank you for joining me on this busy concert week for you. We will see you from the stage this weekend in Durango and Farmington.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you very much. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.